Hello everybody. So today, I was going to do a review, but I'm going to talk about an article that's angered me today. It's November 5th, and I'm going to go off like a firework. So here's the article that came out. Becoming disabled by choice, not chance. Transabled people feel like imposters in their fully working bodies. Now first off, I'm going to say this because I know I might anger someone. I understand there are people with mental disorders out there that feel like the limbs on their bodies aren't meant to be there, that they have to cut them off at some point. And I understand that there's people with mental disorders like that, but in this article it feels incredibly like these people just are doing it for attention and some things. And this video at the top says that that we shouldn't sort of look past these people, and that these people do generally want to change their bodies, that we shouldn't feel bothered by them, or we shouldn't get upset by them because they just want to change their bodies for them. But this article just seems really messed up and just bothered me quite a bit because of being somebody with a disability. This feels like it is just an insult to people with disabilities, and this will make more people with disabilities not be looked at seriously, which is a piss take. Like, let's just go through the article. When he cut off his right arm with a very sharp tool, a man who now calls himself One Hand Jason let everyone believe it was an accident. One Hand Jason. If you're doing this for yourself and you feel like that limb's not meant to be on your body, why the fuck are you gonna go around afterwards calling yourself One Hand Jason? That seems a bit messed up to me. It doesn't seem like you're doing it just for yourself. But he had for months tried different means of cutting and crushing the limb that never quite felt like his own. Training himself never felt like his own, but he calls himself One Hand Jason. Training himself in first aid so he wouldn't bleed to death. Even practicing on animal parts sourced from a butcher. My goal was to get the job done with no hope of reconstruction or reattachment, and I wanted some method that I could actually bring myself to do, he told the body modification website. So you say you want to be disabled, but then you've gone to a body modification website. Body modification, you know, it's like things like scarification, stretched ears, all the there's two things I'm saying. But to cut off your hand, is that really body modification? Like, I know, like splitting tongue and stuff, those sort. But really, is this body modification? Like, I had stretched ears for ages, and that was body modification. But his goal was to become disabled. Hey, I'm able-bodied, and I'm completely fine and everything. But my goal in life is to become disabled. That's what I really want in life. What? People like Jason have been classified as transabled, feeling like imposters in their bodies, like their arms and legs in full working order. Jason, calling you don't feel like an imposter because you now call yourself One Hand Jason. Hey, here comes One Hand Jason, guys. He cut off his hand. One Hand Jason, you alright, mate? That's not feeling like an imposter in your own body if you call yourself that after. We define transability as the desire or the need for a person identified as able-bodied by other people to transform his or her body to obtain physical impairment, says Alexandra Burrell. The person could want to become deaf, blind, amputee. It's a really, really strong desire. That's just fucking hell. Become deaf, blind. That's just an insult to deaf and blind people as well. Amputee people, that's paraplegic. This is just an insult to all these people. Hey, I'm able-bodied, I'm completely fine, but you know what? I want to be blind. I want to be blind now. I want to be deaf. What are you doing? I'm confused. Researchers in Canada are trying to better understand how transabled people think and feel. Clive Baldwin, a Canada Research Chair in Narrative Studies who teaches, has interviewed 37 people worldwide who identify as transabled. So I understand transgender people because, you know, if you're born into the body that you don't want to be in, I understand that. If you want to change your gender, I completely understand that. But to want to make yourself blind, these transabled people, I don't understand this, and I'm confused. This is confusing the shit out of me. Most of them are men. About half in Germany and Switzerland. but he knows of a few in Canada. Most crave an amputation. Oh, I'm really craving an ice cream right now. But you know what? I'm also really craving an amputation or paralysis. I'm really craving those things. There's interviewed one person who wants to have his penis removed. Another wants to be blind. Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be blind. Oh, really? Yeah, I want to be blind. Oh, okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Many people like one hand... I can't... One hand Jason. I still can't fucking... Arrange. Oh, should we arrange to meet up? Oh, no, let's arrange an accident to help achieve the goal. One dropped an incredibly heavy concrete block on his legs. An attempt to injure himself so bad an amputation would be necessary, but doctors saved the leg. He limps, but it's not the disability he wanted. Oh, thanks, Nan, you got me socks. It's not the present that I wanted. What I actually wanted was to lose my leg this Christmas. You didn't give me the disability I wanted. How dare you? The transabled are secretive and often keep their desires for themselves. Baldwin says one 78-year-old man told Baldwin he lived with the secret for 60 years and never told his wife. I understand that one, I guess. I don't know what's happened to this guy, but I understand that one sort of. 60 years. It's a long time to live with that type of thing. Some of this study participants do draw parallels to the experience many transgender people express. Don't even fucking compare yourself to transgender people, you pieces of shit. Of not feeling like they're in the right body. This just... That probably sounds really horrible, me calling people a piece of shit, but this one just seems attention-seeking, this article. Baldwin says this disorder is starting to be thought as a neurological problem with the body's mapping rather than a mental illness. Is Chloe Jennings White adjusts leg braces at her home on May 16th, 2013. She wears leg braces even though she does not need them. A disability acquired in recent years has forced her into a wheelchair. Sorry, Chloe, but you're an asshole. You are. Look at that smile on her face. That is a smug asshole. Look at me. I'm in a wheelchair, guys. I don't need to be. Didn't ever need to be. I did this to myself. Fucking hell. I don't understand. This is just. It's horrible. These things. Like, when I have to explain to people, that have hypermobility. Like, sometimes my bones dislocate, and sometimes I can't walk properly. Some days, and I would just have pains in my bones because the bone has moved weirdly. But this fucking woman. She's just doing this on purpose. I wish I didn't have those things. If you're doing this on purpose to have these things, you fucking asshole. It's a problem for individuals because it's distressing, but lots of things are. Yeah, people with real disabilities, people that actually have disabilities. That's distressing for them. He suggests that it's just another form of body diversity, like transgenderism. Just stop comparing it to transgender people. An amputation may help someone achieve similar goals as someone who, say, undergoes cosmetic surgery to look like who they believe their ideal selves to be. Yep, I understand if you get fake boobs, your dick enlarged, you get your face changed, Botox, but to have your arm cut off, don't compare that to cosmetic surgery. In the late 90s, Scottish surgeon Dr. Robert Smith amputated the legs of two patients at their request. At their request. I'm just at their request. A request that you cut my legs off. While the surgery involved National Health Service staff, each patient paid nearly $6,000 for their procedures. You could have bought a house with that, guys. As the public begins to embrace people who identify as transgender, yep, I understand that, but are we really going to embrace people that cut off their hand on purpose? The trans people with the disability movement are also seeking their due, or at very least a bit of understanding, in a public that cannot fathom why anyone would want to be anything other than healthy and mobile. As someone with disabilities, I don't understand this. You're an insult to people with disabilities. But this has been great with the great resistance in both the disability activist community and in transgender circles. What? People with real disabilities said yes to this? They tend to see just transabled people as dishonest people. One hand Jason, I see you as a dishonest person. Because you fucking... Why you call yourself one hand Jason? People try to steal resources from the community. People who would like to be disrespectful by denying or fetishizing or romanticizing disability reality. Farrell says adding people in both transgender and disabled circles. Stop fucking comparing this to trans people. Fucking hell. And disabled circles tend to make judgmental or prejudicial, I'm dyslexic, so I'm sorry, statements about trans-disabled people. Each try to distance themselves. Farah, who is himself disabled and transgender, blames the transgender community distanced itself because it was very hard to be depathologized, what's known as gender dysphoria, and sought its removal from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Transablity is also known as Body Integrity Identity Disorder, which is only just added to the Emerging Measures and Models Appendix section of the DSM filed in 2013. Many transabled people want to see it fully added to the psychiatric Bible because it might legitimize their experience in the field of medicine. This article should makes these people think, no, this shouldn't be in our book. Because look at her. This article makes it. Let's see. Search up one hand Jason. Here we go, there's the article of him. Picture's not appearing, that's good. Let me be blunt, I staged an accident. Okay, the pictures aren't appearing to see what one hand Jason looks like, but guessing he looks like a giant arsehole. I don't know. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, mate, I don't like you. Did this on purpose. I'm hoping this is the same guy. But just, oh my god. This was a video today on transabled people. An insult to people with disabilities, and I'm confused. What's everyone else's views on this? Maybe I was a bit too harsh, but with being someone with disabilities, this angers me. That's all for today. Start a discussion on this bullshit, and yes, I'll see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.